All right, listen up, because I've been hearing some real genius takes floating around the internet lately. It's the kind of stuff that makes my legal eagle brain ache. Trump's gonna run again in 2028, they say. Third term, baby. Bannon said so. Yeah? Well, let me break this down for you real slow, so even the clowns in the cheap seats who get their legal advice from a podcast can keep up. We're gonna look at the law, the facts, and nothing but the facts. So help me God. Objection! Let's start with Exhibit A, the Constitution of the United States. You ever hear of the 22nd Amendment? No? You were probably too busy making TikToks about how the earth is flat, or arguing with your cousin about pineapple on pizza. So let me read it to you. Here's what it says, plain as day. No person shall be elected to the office of the president more than twice. You see that? It's not a suggestion, it's not a guideline, it's the law. Twice. 2 times. Uno, dos, that's it. You get 2 scoops of ice cream and then the carton's closed. No third bite at the apple. You want to be president again? Too bad, you had your shot. Go play golf, go build another tower. The rule is the rule. Now, I can already hear some genius on a podcast out there going, but what about FDR? He had 4 terms. Yeah, he did. And that's the whole reason this law exists. He was the exception that created the rule. After he served his terms, Congress got together and said, hold on a second. They slapped the Constitution with that 22nd Amendment specifically because of FDR. Why? Because they didn't want anybody playing king for life. The founders of this country didn't fight a revolution against a king just so we could end up with one a couple hundred years later. It's called a democracy, not a damn monarchy. Now we're getting to the cute little loophole theories. The I'm not a lawyer, but I saw a YouTube video arguments. Trump runs as VP, and then the president conveniently resigns on day 1. Boom! He's back in. Yeah, nice try. That's a clever idea if the guys who wrote the Constitution were a bunch of morons. They weren't. There's this other little thing in there called the 12th Amendment. All right? Read it. That one says, no person constitutionally ineligible to the office of president shall be eligible to that of vice president. It's illegal checkmate. It means if you can't be president, you also can't be vice president. It's like trying to sneak into a club through the back door after the bouncer already threw you out the front. You're still banned. You're still on the list, pal. The front door bouncer and the back door bouncer, they talk to each other. It's called the law. Another cute theory. I've heard this one too. Some folks say he doesn't need to be elected. He just gets appointed Speaker of the House. Then the president and the VP both quit, get food poisoning, or get abducted by aliens, and bam! He's back in, through the line of succession. Yeah? And maybe I'll win the lottery without buying a ticket. Maybe I'll become a brain surgeon by watching a YouTube tutorial. Look, the line of succession doesn't change the fundamental rules of eligibility. If you're constitutionally barred from serving as president, then you're not magically allowed to serve just cause 2 other people disappear. That ain't how laws work. This isn't a board game where you get a free pass. The Constitution would still block him. Case closed. They said elected, not serve, so maybe... Nope, don't even start. I've read that theory too, and it's the kind of argument a desperate lawyer makes when he knows he's about to lose. Oh, Vinny, the amendment only says he can't be elected more than twice. It doesn't say he can't serve again. Right, and if I steal your car but I don't drive it, maybe I didn't technically break the law? Get out of here with that garbage. The courts ain't stupid. They look at the spirit of the law, not just the letter. And the spirit here is clear as day. 2 terms, you're done. No more re-election. No secret backdoor nonsense. That's the whole damn point of the amendment. Trying to argue otherwise is what we call a frivolous claim. So, is there any way at all that Trump could legally get a 3rd term? Yeah, there's one. Here's the only real way it could happen. You have to change the Constitution. You'd need to repeal the 22nd Amendment. And how do you do that? You need 2/3 of the House and 2/3 of the Senate to agree, and then you need 3/4 of all the states to sign off on it. That's 38 out of 50 states. You think that's going to happen in today's political climate? You can't even get 38 states to agree on what day it is. You got a better shot at getting Joe Biden to solve a Rubik's Cube while blindfolded. So why are people saying this? So if it's legally impossible, why are people like Steve Bannon out there screaming about a 3rd term? It's simple. It's what we call creating a narrative. People like Steve Bannon say stuff like this to get you riled up, to stir the pot, to get clicks, to get headlines, to make you argue with your Uncle Tony at Thanksgiving. It's good for business. And Trump? He ain't saying no to it because it makes him look like a king, like he's so popular the country wants to change the rules for him. It's good politics, but it's bad law. Let me tell you something. This ain't a kingdom. It's the United States of America. And the Constitution don't bend just because somebody's polling numbers look good. So what's the reality? Here's the reality. Trump already won in 2024. He's back in the White House. And under the Constitution, this is his final term. That's it. No bonus round, no third run, no reruns in 2028. He's serving right now. And once these 4 years are up, he's done. Termed out, constitutionally, permanently. Not my opinion, not a political hot take. That's the law. Black and white, no loopholes, no maybe if, no what if we ask nicely. Now I know what some of you are thinking. I can hear it from here. But Vinny, what if there's an emergency? A war, a national crisis? What if the aliens land and demand to speak to Trump and only Trump? Okay, deep breath. Let's walk through that ridiculous scenario. The 22nd Amendment. You know, the one that says no person shall be elected president more than twice? Yeah, it doesn't have an emergency clause. There's no fine print that says unless there's a crisis, or unless we're in big trouble, or unless Twitter says so. The law is the law. And it don't change just because the world got a little spicy. Even during World War II, when Roosevelt got his third and fourth term, there wasn't a law stopping him yet. That's why they wrote the damn amendment afterward, to make sure nobody ever held on to power too long, especially during tough times. The founders were terrified of a crisis being used as an excuse for a king. So if America's in trouble, we deal with it the way we always do, with the people we elect within the rules. We don't just toss out the Constitution because the news got scary. So next time someone brings that up, tell them to sit down and read the damn Constitution. All right, let's just shut this down once and for all. Let's make the closing argument so there's no more confusion. People keep asking, but what if there's a workaround? A loophole, some secret door where Trump just slides back in for a third term. Let me be real clear for the record. There are none. First, he can't be elected again. The Constitution says elected twice, you're done. That's the rule. Doesn't matter if your poll numbers are sky high. You've already been elected twice, you're out. Second, he can't run as VP. The 12th Amendment blocks that, tighter than a mob boss's mouth on trial day. If you're not eligible to be president, you can't be VP. End of story. Third, he can sneak in through the back door as Speaker of the House. The courts would throw that out so fast you'd think it was radioactive. The eligibility requirement doesn't just disappear. Fourth, you can't play word games with elected versus serve. Oh, he's not being elected again, he's just serving again. Yeah, and I'm not robbing the bank. I'm just making an unscheduled withdrawal without permission. Come on. The courts ain't dumb. They'd shut that down before you could say objection. The rules are the rules. And in this courtroom, case closed. So the next time someone comes at you with this, hey, maybe Trump will run in 2028, you look them dead in the eye and say, yeah, maybe. Right after pigs get pilot licenses and start their own airline. Subscribe, like, comment below. And if you know someone who believes this third-term fairy tale, do them a favor. Share this video with them. And maybe slap them with a pocket constitution while you're at it. This is Vinny Gambini. Case closed. Vinny, out.